The US dollar skyrocketed against a basket of currencies on Friday on the back of better than expected US economic data, the weaker euro, and the US inventories moving money back into the United States. The dollar index ended Friday's session at 98.92, gaining 0.7% week on week. On the economic front, the US consumer spending increased considerably in July as households bought a range of goods and services. According to the US Commerce Department, consumer spending, which accounts for more than two-thirds of US economic activity, rose by 0.6% last month after an unrevised 0.3% gain in June. Economists had expected consumer spending to advance by 0.5% last month. Meanwhile, the euro, which accounts for 57% of the dollar index's value, hit its weakest level since May 2017. The common currency declined by 0.6% on Friday to close the week at 1.0991 against the greenback, posting a 0.7% fall for the week. Some analysts attributed the heavy sell-off to concerns that the European Central Bank would cut its benchmark interest rate and announce a new round of quantitative easing at its September meeting. Meantime, the British pound has gone back and forth last week, dancing around the 1.2250 level. Sterling posted a decline on Friday to end the session at 1.2158, with a weekly plunge of 0.76%. With that, it makes sense that market participants continue to see Brexit as something that is out of control. In the crypto market, Bitcoin saw yet another turbulence week. It fell by over 8% in one day as peers managed to take control of the market. But despite this downward price movement, this industry continued to trudge forward. The cryptocurrency rebounded and was trading for $9,601 at the Friday's close. However, it failed to erase earlier losses and plunged by 5.1% on a weekly basis. In the commodity market, oil prices were trading down sharply on Friday morning after earlier it looked like they might be heading for the biggest weekly gain since the beginning of July, thanks to a huge US inventory draw, a looming hurricane in Florida, and easing US-China trade war rhetoric. Brent crude was down by 1.06% on Friday to settle at $60.43 a barrel. For the week, it gained 0.85%. The Energy Information Administration reported on Wednesday a 10 million barrel draw in crude oil inventories, following the American Petroleum Institute's estimate of an 11.1 million barrel draw in inventories released on Tuesday. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell by 2.84% on Friday and settled at $55.10 a barrel, posting a 0.45% decline week on week. Gold price edged down by 0.5% to end the week at $1,529 a 3 ounce. However, for the week it advanced by 1.39%. Investors are going for gold in a big way. Inflows into bullion-backed exchange-traded funds topped 100 tons in August to hit their highs since February 2013, as the trade war worsened, risk assets took a knock, and central banks signaled looser monetary policy. You were watching Currency and Commodity Markets Review on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tikhina. We wish you profitable deals.